Hello, I'm Dr. Inman. This is a mini lecture on rehabilitating strength, endurance, and agility in performance animals, dogs, cats. Dogs and horses mostly. So what we're trying to explain to you is that by finding and removing the neurological interferences that occur in virtually every dog's and horse's spine, and people do, we're able to optimize the neurological input into all of the tissues of the body, including the muscles, and also the ability for the animal to know where its extremities are. For instance, a dog has what's called proprioception, and proprioception basically allows the dog's brain, or allows the dog to know where its rear legs are, where its front legs are, how its body is associated. If you get a mental picture of Border Collies going through agility training, these animals are incredibly agile agility training. Also, these performance animals, essentially, including the equine, basically is needed when they do dressage, of course, and hunter jumpers have to be able to meter the area in front of the jump, launch themselves over the jump, so they need strength, and they also have to make sure they clear their rear feet over the jump, essentially, in this case, so when they don't, when they're always hitting their rear feet on the bar, essentially knocking it down, which means they won't win. It's because they don't know where their rear feet are, and that indicates that there's somewhere along the spinal cord there is a neurological interference. And so when we end up with it going from 100% down to 60%, the animal still looks like it can move normally. However, it's only firing off with 60% of its strength and 60% of its proprioception, which means that this animal may not be able to easily get up over that jump, and also may not easily be able to understand where its rear feet are relatively when they get over that jump. So we end up with proprioceptive defects that actually occur that. So agility in the performance animal, like a agility dog, or for instance an obedience dog, or even dogs that course, for instance, is dependent upon all of the nerves of the spine firing all the time. And if we were just to use the whacker device, the spinal accelerometer, and go through, we can find any areas of interference, essentially. And by the way, those areas of interference will seldom cause clinical disease. They very commonly can be on board for 5 or 6 years before they cause a clinical problem of a condition that we can actually see in the animal. So we can take virtually any animal over 3 or 4 years of age, and we can find a number of subluxations in their back based on the reflexes that we've shown you, and we'll show you in the vomtech.com website, and what those reflexes look like. And then we can fix them with a series of subluxation reductions using this instrument and the technique we show you on that website. We can go ahead and then reprogram them back to the normal level. Essentially, it takes about 40 seconds in the dog, takes less than 4 minutes in the horse, essentially, and then we have an animal that is functioning on all cylinders all the time. We very commonly will do this routinely for animals that are going into a show ring or an agility trial, or going into a dressage performance, the 3-day eventer, or hunter jumper performance, even racehorses, because we get all the muscles, all the strength back, all the proprioception, and we basically get all the nerves firing all the time, essentially. So all the agility is available there too, including stamina, essentially. And so if we have a maximum amount of blood supply to all the musculature, essentially, then they're able to exchange oxygen for energy and for work, essentially, and not accumulate lactic acid and in the muscle that causes the muscle to fatigue. So again, I'd have you look at the vomtech.com website, and we'll endeavor to show you how to go about doing this technique. Essentially, it's the same in the dog and the cat and the horse, a little bit different for the horse because of the neck. Essentially, we show you how to go about doing that, and also we'll show you why it works also on a cellular basis, and how to apply it to your practice, and that's all for free. 3 5-minute videotapes that you can look at, and you'll get a technology for your practice that you'll be more than happy to. Of course, I would like to have you become certified as a certified veterinary chiropractitioner, which allows you to do this and a lot of other technologies. But that which we show you is about 1/100th of the material that we can show you for over 2,700 different disease conditions. And I just now realized that I started sounding like a used car salesman. Please take the time to go to vomtech.com website, and it'll explain to you why it is that we give you all this information. Thank you, and have a great day.